seat. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat that can be on the floor. You can jump up onto couch, chair, bed, anything that works for you. And we're just going to take a little bit of time to get into our breathing. So when you are ready, find a seat that's comfortable. Don't worry about sitting up tall like a statue. Just get comfy. Close your eyes and just begin this process of breathing in and out of your nose. So just starting to breathe in and breathe out. And this practice of being present, just keeping it simple, breathing in through your nose, breathing out through your nose. And give yourself a rhythm or a pattern so that your inhale and exhale, at this time, they're equal to one another. That will slow your heart rate down. It's called resonance breathing, and it just really allows your body to get into that rest and digest mode. Again, just breathing in for 4, out for 4, or even going to 3 or 5, doing what's right for you today. And just kind of contemplating life and our journey together. How we often compare our healing to someone else's or our life to someone else's. This practice of yoga, it's almost kind of better without the studio because we can truly just be where we are. We can turn camera off if we want to. We can just truly be where we are in this moment and not look around the room to compare, contrast. So just this whole idea of not comparing your insides to someone else's outsides is what is coming to me today, and how we all heal by degrees at our own rate. And if we start looking around and worrying that we're not healing as fast as someone else, it's only going to slow our progress down. So if that's an intention that works for you today, to just kind of put those blinders on and not look around, not compare in your mind yourself, your journey to anyone else's, then use that. If there's an intention that you'd rather bring in that works better for you, then use that. Begin to form that intention here and now. And then begin to bring your palms together. Let thumbs rest right at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Just sealing in that intention, sealing in these first few mindful breaths. Taking in a big inhale, holding it in. Long, slow exhale out through the nose. Nice. And then we'll go ahead, ease the palms down. Let's just roll the shoulders out a few times here. We're going to do a few things seated. So let's get the shoulders nice and warmed up. You can make your circling slower, faster. Just make it work for you as we do this whole practice. Make it work for you. Good. And let's reverse. Move the circle in the opposite direction. Let your breath just meet your movements. Beautiful. No rushing. And go ahead, let the shoulders drop down, and then we're gonna stay seated, but I'm gonna back up here. We're just gonna get into those hips, which are connected to that low back. So feet are hip width, flex those feet. We'll do our windshield wiper, which will give your hips a nice massage. So just go with your breath here. Good. And then let's let those knees come over to the left side. I'm just going to turn to show you. If you want a little more stretch in the front of that right hip, you're just going to back that right knee up a little bit, but don't go too far here, because then you're going to bring your hands to be parallel with this left thigh, and then just take a big inhale. Lengthen up, get nice and tall. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you're like, ooh, hello hips, hello twist. Maybe you go down on those forearms. So just do what works for you. The twist is going to be deeper on your forearms, and deeper is not always better. Trust me on that. So just do what works best for you today. And we're just going to spend a little time breathing. If you're down on your forearms, especially keep the neck nice and long. The action is with the breath. You can feel your organs kind of twisted a little bit. And then you want to breathe down in there to further assist. This is really great for lymphatic drainage. Good. Couple more breaths. Nice. And then come up on those hands if you're not already there. We're just going to make our way back to center and windshield wiper side to side. Let all of that integrate here. Good. Musical hips over here. I don't know if you guys can hear my popping hip. Lovely. All right, knees to the right. And then I'm going to just turn. If you want, again, a little more stretch in the front of the left thigh, just back it up a little bit. You don't have to go super far. And again, that's going to make your twist a little deeper. Inhale, hands to parallel right thigh. Either stay here, just enjoy the twist, enjoy the compression, or go down on those forearms. If you're on your forearms, keep your neck long, your eyes really soft, and that breath nice and full. So again, the action here is more so with the breath. It is doing a lot. When we are under a lot of stress and tension, our lymphatic system can get kind of clogged up. So today we're going to really work on getting some things to move around. Good. So keep your eyes soft, just a couple more breaths. Nice. And nice and slowly, let's come all the way up to sit. Bring yourself to center. Windshield wiper those knees side to side. Good. And then we're going to come up to sit. Bring your right leg to extend out. Bring that left foot in. Now, we're just doing this as a measure. We're going to do this again at the end of practice. Flex your right foot. Bring your hands to parallel the right leg. Flex that right foot. Big inhale, lengthen here. And then exhale, fold. So maybe you only fold a little bit to keep your back from doing a bunch of rounding. Maybe you grab the foot. Okay, go where you can today. Ooh. And once you get in there, just kind of relax into it. If you're still sitting upright, then just stay there and breathe. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are, just breathe. Let that be the practice today. Breathing in, breathing out. Keeping it even, or you can even let those exhales slide out a couple breaths longer than your inhales, just to add a little bit more relaxation to the body. Nice. And then let's come all the way up. Inhale. And then we're going to take that left leg out. Bring your right foot in. Flex through left foot. And then inhale. Twist your torso over the left leg. And then again, stay up nice and tall, flat back, just breathing. Lots of breath moving in here. Or if you want to reach down, grab that foot, you can. Just taking some nice deep breaths here. And then you're just noticing. So I got in here, I was like, whoa. Hamstrings are a little tight today, right? Sometimes we don't know things are tight until we start doing yoga. I'm fine. I'm good. Good. A couple more breaths. And try to do everything without a story. That's the real practice. Like, why am I so tight? Well, let's just not even do that. Let's not go there. One more breath here. Good. And let's inhale all the way up and then just stretch both the legs out. And then we're going to make our way to the mat for table pose. So come all the way to your mat. Come to table. Let's start to move the spine through some cat-cow. Get everything really moving here. And then breathe as you wish here. So I love to inhale, drop the belly down, lift chest and heart. and exhaled around the spine. But you can always play around with this a little bit if you want to or you need to. Good. And then let's come back to neutral. We're going to get into those lymph nodes around the shoulders. So bring the right hand down and let's just reach and stretch the left arm up. Big stretch. And we'll do a few circles. So choose a direction. Let's just circle that left arm. Keep the breath moving and then circle the other way. Get everything nice and warmed up before we find a little stillness. Good. And reach it up one more time. And then let's bring the left shoulder to the floor here. So here we are, thread the needle. You can stay here if you want a little bit more. Again, more is not always better. You can curl that right toe under, press back through that right heel and kind of lean back into the left shoulder, but don't lean too much. You'll flip over like a domino. Good. This is good for those lymph nodes that help with the sinus congestion. So if you hear me like a little sniffly, it's because this is really good for getting all those fluids moving around. Got lots of mold outside, those wet leaves. That's part of the deal. A couple more breaths here. If your right knee is lifted, go ahead, set it down. You're going to press the right hand into the ground, reach and stretch the left arm up. Let's bring the left hand down. And then from here, either cat cow a little bit, get the spine moving, or you can circle your hips around, kind of whatever works best for you. Just move the spine and all those fluids moving down and through the body. Keep everything moving as best as we can. Nice. And now let's find neutral table. Bring your left hand to the floor. We're going to take a big reach and stretch up with that right arm. So stretch your chest and heart open and then circle. Either direction doesn't matter. Just go ahead and get in there with the arm. Keep breathing. Keep on breathing here. Nice. And then let's move the other way. Nice big circles, big deep breaths. Awesome. Good. And let's reach and stretch the right arm up. And then we're going to come down to thread the needle here on that right side. Now, probably do what you did on the very first side, unless you have an injury that prevents you from doing that. So bring the left hand down if you want to. And then this time, if you want that extra added twist, then you'll curl your left toe under, press back through the left heel, and then kind of lean back into that right shoulder. But don't lean too hard. It always happens when I'm teaching in person that I'll say that. And like, unless I say it, nobody falls over. But then like the second I say it, it's like one person and then like a whole row of people will kind of fall over. So just find what works for you. Breathe into it. Nice. One more breath. Good. Let's bring the left knee back down if it's lifted. Start to work the left hand to the floor. Reach that right arm up. Let's find our table pose. Moving again. Cat cow or hip circle. Whatever works best for your body today as it is. Good. Let's make our way back to a child's pose. So just stretch it out. Forehead to the earth. Breathing in and out of the nose. Slow, steady, easy breath. Good. Nice. And let's come all the way back up to table, and then we're going to take it into a down dog. So if you want to skip down dog today and just kind of hang in table, move through some cat cow, please honor that. If down dog feels really good to you, then do that. Okay. And you can move around if you're in down dog if you want to, bending one knee, bending the other knee. Again, just doing what works best for you. So if you're in table, then start to find some stillness. We're all going to reach and stretch the right leg back behind you, bend the knee, open the hips. So do that from down dog or from table pose. Either one, totally fine. If you're in down dog, bend your left knee, pull your outer left hip crease back, keep your head between your arm bones. Try not to twist your upper body too much. If you're in table, relax the eyes and soften the jaw. Try not to lock your elbows. All right, everybody, step your right foot through. You can leave your left knee up or you can lower it down. We're going to come on up into a lunge here. So your lunge can be high or low, okay, depending on what you need today, but really press back through that left heel. If your left knee is down, then you can curl the left toe under just to give yourself a little bit more stability in the left hip. Good. One more nice deep breath here. If you want to reach the arms up to kind of finish it off, do that. And now we're going to move again into another twist. Lots of twisting today. So drink your water when we're done. Hands to frame right foot, left knee up or down. Let's reach and stretch that right arm up. Breathe. Option to lower left knee anytime you need to. Just breathe deeply. Think about spinning your chest and heart open, trying to get the shoulders in the same plane, in the same line. Good. One more nice deep inhale, reach up, twist open, and then bring the hands down to frame the right foot. If your left knee is lowered, lift it up at this time. Curl the toe under, lift it up. We're going to step our left foot in 1 or 2 footprints, lower left heel, straighten right leg, pyramid. So if you have blocks there at home, grab them if you need them. Hands go right underneath the shoulders. So here we are back into those hamstrings again. More than likely the right hamstring, a little deeper than the left. Back of neck is long, just soften into it, check in with fingers, shoulders, face, jaw. That's how we practice being present, especially in our yoga practice is like, am I gripping on to something for dear life? And I'm just doing yoga, right? It's all a practice. We all show up to the mat with different things. Again, so don't compare your practice, what you showed up to the mat with today, with anybody else. Good. Press into your right foot and then just step the left foot up and fold. And then bend your knees if you need to, or widen those feet. You want to get into the hamstrings. Notice right versus left. So big difference more than likely. Neck nice and long, breath nice and full. Awesome. Let's inhale, lengthen your torso. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, bend your knees, walk it back, plank. Good. And then from your plank, lower to your belly. Good. Thumbs in line with chest, tops of feet to floor. Inhale to cobra. Keep your neck long. Let's exhale back to child's pose. So find your child's pose. Get your forehead to rest somewhere. Grab a blanket, block, pillow, anything you need so that your head can just rest gently and you can really release all the tension around the neck and shoulders. Good. Just keep that breathing as constant, as flowing as you can. Nice.
And just take one more little moment here in child's pose to feel something that's actually happening, the texture below your palms, the breath in between each rib. And then make your way to table, either hang in table or go up and back into down dog. Your down dog, you can move around just like in your table, you can move around, or you can just focus more on your stillness. Hit a couple more breaths wherever you are, moving or still, but just deep, deep breaths. If you have chosen table, then go to neutral table. If you're in down dog, stop moving around. Everybody, let's lift left leg back behind you, bend the knee, open up the hip. You can always modify if you need to by dropping the right knee down if you get on the side and it's too much. Down dog, bend the right knee, pull outer right hip back. Try to keep your head between your arm bones. Table pose, relax the jaw, the elbows. One more breath. Okay, let's step the left foot through. You can leave your right knee up or down. You can bring your hands to your hips. Just find your lunge here. Get really, really strong in those legs. If you're in the high lunge, then you're going to really press back through the right heel, but pull your outer left hip back at the same time. Try not to grip the floor with those left toes. Good. And if you want to reach, stretch arms up for a final breath here. Go for it. Relax your shoulders. One more nice deep breath. Good. Let's slowly bring hands down. We're going to bring right hand to the floor and then reach and stretch left arm up. So find your twist. And again, you can choose to lower that right knee down if you want to or need to. Try to get your shoulders to stack. Try not to strain your neck. So some practices say you have to always look up at your hand, but if that like strains your neck and puts you into fight flight, don't do it. Right? We're just trying to let go of all that fight flightness. That's not really a word, but you all know what I mean. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Bring that left hand down. If your right knee is lowered, go ahead and lift it up. Step your right foot in, one or two footprints, right heel down, left leg straightens, pyramid. Lengthen over the left leg. Neck is long, hands right underneath shoulders. So if you need to use some props in order to get those hands to just come right down to the floor, grab them. Again, keep your breath flowing in and out of your nose. Couple more breaths. Good. Let's press into left foot, right foot steps forward, fold, bend your knees, widen your feet, back of neck nice and long, and just hang here over the legs. And just breathe. As many times as you need to, just gently remind yourself, I'm here in my body on my mat. Our mind may tell us 100 or more times that we have somewhere else to be or do, or that's more important. Just know that that is stress leaving your body. Try not to recycle it, just let it go. Inhale, lengthen your torso. Exhale, fold. Again, plant your palms, bend your knees, walk it back, plank. Hold plank for a moment, drop your knees down if you need to. Neck is long, throat is open. Lower down slowly. Inhale to your cobra. And let's exhale back to your child's pose. Just relax, hang. More opportunity to just be present, which is just not a complicated thing, even though it's made to be complicated. It's just as simple as feeling your forehead touch the earth, your shin bones connecting to the earth, your breath just flowing as naturally as you can allow it. Good. Taking a big inhale, hold it in. Big exhale, send it out. And then we're going to come to, again, either table or down dog. Up to you. If you're in table, option to move around. If you're in down dog, same. Or you can just focus on some stillness, just stretching the whole body, strengthening the whole body. Whatever works best for you today. Good. Now, when you're ready, we're going to find a forward fold at the front side of the mat. So if you're in down dog, you're welcome to just step up there. If you're in table, you just stand up, fold over. And then once you find your forward fold, inhale, lengthen your torso. Exhale, fold. And then press into your feet. Let's stand. Inhale, reaching up. Then exhale, thumbs to your heart. Close your eyes. Just breathe in and out of your nose. Nice. Okay, let's take a big turn and a big step out, doing a couple of warriors. So go ahead and turn your right foot to the right, heel to arch or heel to heel. Inhale, arms sweep out. Now left foot slightly pigeon toed in. Exhale, sit down and get really comfy in there for just a few breaths. Eyes looking right out over that right middle finger. Strong left leg, too. Right knee right over toes 2 and 3. Good. And now we're going to move a little bit with this. Okay. So on your inhale, straighten your right leg, reach your arms up. Big inhale, stretch it. Exhale, come back down. Good. 2 more. Inhale, reach up, straighten. Don't lock out. Exhale, come back down. Widen that right knee as you go, sit down deep. 1 more. Inhale, reach up. And let's exhale, come all the way down and then side angle, elbow to thigh, left arm up and over, just 3 breaths here. In and out of the nose. This is really good for your back, I promise. Anyone with back stuff going on, open up that left hip. 1 more breath. Nice. And let's inhale, warrior 2, hands to hips or waist, straighten right leg, turn those toes, and then outer edges of feet parallel with outer edges of mat, big toes in the same line, circle your hips. So you'll notice as you circle here, probably a big difference between right hip and left hip, right? That's the practice of being present. And then go ahead, circle the other way. So nothing complicated. We just notice one hip a little different than the other because we just worked it, right? Gold star for being present today. Good, come all the way to center. Go ahead, turn your left foot to the left and then slightly pigeon toe in that right foot. Inhale, arms sweep out. Exhale, warrior 2. Get really strong in the shape. Outer edge of right foot presses down, eyes looking right out over the left middle finger. Soften the eyes and just breathe through it. You're doing so good. Nice. 1 more little sit down, and then we'll do the movement. So inhale, stretch up, reach up, straighten, but don't lock out. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, come back down. Last one, flow up, inhale.
Exhale, come down, and then let's bring the elbow to the thigh and right arm up and over. And breathe here. Just 3 breaths. Really open up that right hip if you can, like lean back a little bit. Good. Nice deep breaths. Keep your legs in your warrior two. Let's inhale up. Good. Hands to hips or waist. Let's straighten out left leg. Turn those toes. You can heel toe in a little bit here, and then let's circle hips around. Again, noticing left versus right. Good. And then let's reverse, moving in the opposite direction. Back to center. And then we're going to heel toe in just one more place here. Heels and toes out, and we're going to sit down to goddess. So come on down, press those knees back. Now, if you want to add a little extra into this, you're going to bring those arms up, cactus, and then take your elbows. So left elbow under right, eagle arms. Sit down, lift your elbows up. So you're sitting down, pressing your knees back at the same time, lifting the elbows up. Keep your breath flowing, little intensity here. If you feel like you want more, come up on your toes. Just 2 more breaths. If your heels are up, lower them. Release your hands, bring your hands to hips. Straighten your legs. Turn those toes. Again, circle your hips around. Really enjoy that release. Everything flowing back through the body. Good, let's go the other way. Since we did the eagle arms, we got to do that one more time. So come back to center, readjust your feet. So heels in, toes out, your goddess stance. Big inhale. Exhale, sit down into it. Press those knees back. Stay here if you want to, perfectly fine. Or cactus the arms, this time bringing the right elbow under left. You can also just hold your shoulders. And then you're going to sit down, lift those elbows up and breathe. Again, if you want to lift your heels off the floor, go for it. That's totally optional. Keep your core engaged. Support yourself here. One more breath. Awesome. Lower your heels. Stand up. Release. Turn your feet. Hands to hips or waist. Circle. Good. Breathe. Come back to center. Now you can take your feet a little bit wider. We're going to move to triangle, or you can leave them closer. It's all a matter of preference. Turn your right foot to the right, left foot pigeon-toed in. Inhale, arms sweep out. Again, use a block here if you need to. Make sure your right knee doesn't lock out. Exhale to your triangle. Come on in there. Open up that left hip. Do what works for you for your neck. So if looking up does not work in triangle, don't do it. If it causes you stress, strain, or tension. Good. Make sure the right knee doesn't lock out. You can bend it and straighten it easily. A couple more breaths. Open, open, open. Nice. Keep your legs nice and engaged. Inhale up. Awesome. Hands to hips or waist. Turn those right toes. Let's go right to the left side. Realign your feet if needed. Heel to arch or heel to heel. Right foot slightly pigeon-toed in. Inhale, arms sweep out. And exhale, triangle. Again, make sure you can bend and straighten that left knee easily. Okay. Reach up through the right hand. Take some nice deep breaths. Keep it soft, slow, and steady. Awesome. Good, one more breath. And press into the feet. Inhale up. Hands to hips or waist. Go ahead, turn those left toes. One more time with the hip circles, just for fun. Get all that blood really flowing. Nice, go the other way. Okay, come back to center. We're gonna move to Malasana. So heels in, toes out, come all the way down. Awesome. So stay here, torso long, widen those knees. So really press those knees back. You can roll up a blanket to go underneath your heels if you want to. Just breathe. Try to breathe all the way down into the belly. A little compression going on. It's all good. One more breath. Good. Let's go ahead, lean back, and then we're going to just sit down, and then we'll bring our feet out and windshield wiper again. Maybe you notice a little difference this time, maybe not. Totally fine, either way. Good. I always hated when teachers were like, you feel a big difference in your flexibility after class? I'm like, no. It's like, it is what it is. Like, maybe yes, maybe no, but there's no wrong or right. Good. Let's come to bring that right leg out and left foot in. As promised, we will just go ahead into that fold. So if you want to just flex the right foot, sit up tall, inhale, and then exhale, just tilt the pelvis over. You can do that, or if you can grab that foot, go for it. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Keep pulling the pinky toes of the right foot back towards the face, whether you're folded over or sitting up straight. The flexing of the right foot will assist in the shape. And then maybe you do feel a little contrast from the first time you were here. Again, if you don't, it's not a big deal. It's a practice in awareness, the practice of being present. And there's no wrong answer. It's not a test that you pass or fail. One more breath. Good. Let's start to slowly inhale up. And then now we're going to take the left leg out, bring your right foot in, same thing. So sit up tall, flex through the left foot, big inhale here, just stay here, or you can fold down over the left leg. You can hold the foot. Just finding what works best for you in this body today as it is. And breathing in and out of your nose, allowing. Good. And slowly release that left foot. Come all the way up. Inhale. And go ahead, bring your legs out in front of you. Just bend those knees. Good. And now let's make our way to our back. So come to lay down. We're going to do some bridge kriyas. So this is good for your low back and also really good to help you get the breath down into. Get your breath down into your belly. So to do these, you just have your feet to the floor, feet hip width, knees hip width. You don't want to turn your head once you get going here. So option one is to simply inhale, lift your hips up, top of the inhale, pause. Exhale, lower the spine down, nice and slowly. Pause. Inhale, lift. All the way up, top of the inhale, and then exhale, lower all the way down. If you are not keeping up with me or going slower, faster, totally fine. Option two, keep doing that, but as you inhale, the arms will reach up back behind you. And then as your hips lower and you exhale, those hands also come down nice and slowly. Go at your pace using your breath, doing the variation that works best for you. Inhaling, lifting.
Exhale, lowering.
Again, go at your pace. If you're not matched up with me, it's fine. Inhale, lift.
Get the breath all the way to the lowest belly. Exhale, lower.
All the way out as the hips and hands touch down. Couple more. Inhale.
Exhale.
And then last one. Inhale, lift up, stay up.
5 breaths. Don't turn your head. Breathe all the way to your belly. One more breath if you've got it. Lower slowly.
Bring soles of feet together, knees open, and relax. Let your body just rest onto the floor. Let your breath just flow. Feeling the sense of connection, of rest. Nice. And then go ahead and bring your feet to the floor, and let's go ahead and take your right outer ankle to left knee. Stay here, or you can just hug the left leg in, reach the left leg up. So pay attention to your shoulders, face, jaw. If those are overcompensating, just keep the left foot on the floor today. It's fine. You're not going to miss anything. I promise. Just stay with your breath. Nice. Let's go ahead and bend the left knee, bring that left foot down, bring your right foot down. Take in a big inhale. Big exhale. Go ahead and take your left outer ankle to right knee, again, staying here, or choosing to hug the right leg in, right thigh in. You can also extend the right heel to the ceiling and just breathe in and out of the nose. Soft, slow, steady breath. Couple more breaths here. Good. Let's go ahead and bend left knee or right knee. Bring right foot to the floor, and then bring your left foot to the floor. Arms into your cactus. Walk your feet forward, one footprint. Let's just windshield wiper a little bit. Get all the blood flowing back to those hips. Nice. And then we'll just go ahead and hug your knees into your chest nice and tightly. Again, you can just stay here, give yourself a nice big hug, big squeeze, or if you want to circle knees around, you can do that. Go the other way if you're circling. Awesome. And then when you're ready, let's do a little inversion here. So you can just keep your knees hugging into chest. That's an inversion. You can float your feet up to the ceiling. That's an inversion. If you want to do a full shoulder stand, you can do that. Just pop your hips up in the air. And if you're going to do that, please don't turn your head. Just relax and breathe into it. But just staying here for a little bit. This is really good. Again, all of these for anxiety, for getting those lymph nodes to flush everything
Good. Couple more breaths here. And then when you're ready, we're going to all come down to meet those of us who have the knees hugging into the chest. Good. And then we'll go ahead and just bring arms to T or cactus. Let your knees fall to the right. You can look left. If there's a different twist you want to do here, go for it. If you're like, I want something more, something deeper, then honor that. Take that. That's fine. At this point, if you want to start letting those exhale breaths be just a couple counts longer than your inhales, and do that. Try to keep everything in through the nose, out through the nose. The left shoulder heavy. Eyes nice and soft. Good. Bring your head to center, knees to center. Maybe give yourself a little squeeze here in between the sides. And then arms to your cactus, knees left, eyes right. Again, finding your twist here on this side and perhaps choosing to slip into the longer exhales. That's something I do at night a lot. Just kind of slip into the exhales, let them really lengthen out. Just this long, luxurious exhale, really letting your body slip into relaxation, letting go of that tension or stress. It is our stress that tells us we're not healing fast enough or at all, or the way someone else is, so we're doing it wrong. That's our stress. That's our stress talking. It is not a voice that's coming from within you. It is not you. It is your stress telling you these things. I promise. Good. When you're ready, head to center, knees to center. One more nice squeeze, hug in. And now we're going to make our way into Shavasana. So find your way into Shavasana. You can simply stretch out. You can have your feet to floor with knees resting in. You can do Supta Baddha Konasana, anything. You can even get up and lay on your couch or bed or chair. Just get comfortable. And then start to feel your body melting into the surface you've chosen. All of us ultimately supported by the earth. And just allow yourself. You can always change your mind and do something different as soon as we finish practice. But just for now, the idea of surrender, the idea of just letting go. Maybe you just keep the idea of it and you don't fully allow it, maybe. Or maybe you fully just start to surrender, starting down at the feet, letting go of anything held there in the feet, just letting them be heavy, letting those ankles relax. And we just kind of do a little body scan here to just surrender slowly and slowly. Again, you can always pick it back up later. Let your calf muscles release anything they're holding. The shin bones nice and heavy. Kneecaps releasing any held tension. Backs of the kneecaps receiving that warmth. Everything from the knees down, just so super heavy, relaxed, and just held. Moving up to your upper thigh bones, the quadriceps. First, the muscles on the tops of the thighs, letting those just release.
Coming to your thigh bones, letting them just fall down and almost through the floor so you feel a big sense of warmth back behind the thighs. The hip bones, just completely relaxing. The lowest belly, feeling that beautiful, gentle lift on the inhale, falling on the exhale, low back, gentle. So everything from now your belly button down, just completely held, relaxed, heavy, surrendering, letting go little by little, feeling a sense of surrender, release in your belly, the solar plexus, allowing yourself to fully be filled with the breath. Fronts of the ribs expanding, backs of the ribs expanding. Moving into your fingertips. Again, finding a little surrender there. Maybe you're holding something there in your hands, but you're not really. Maybe it's just energy. And you can just tell your hands, it's okay, we're good. We can just let go for now. Let your palms just be open, relaxed, heavy. The wrists, forearms, elbows, nice and heavy. And now your upper arm bones just kind of falling there into the earth. Any engagement or holding happening in those upper arm bones and then the tops of the shoulders. Letting the breath just flow easily and freely through the shoulders, the chest, the heart, front of the body. And now moving into the back body, the ribs, just feeling them expand on the earth and then falling in. The shoulder blades on the earth expanding, falling in. The neck lengthening, the neck bones just kind of resting on the earth there. Everything in the torso, the hands, the legs, the feet, heavy, surrendered, everything from the neck down, just super heavy, relaxed, supported and held by the earth below you, by this energy here. Moving to the jaw, just letting those teeth separate. Tongue relax there in the mouth. Flow of air in through the nose, out through the nose. Eyes now softening, letting go of any tension held there. Forehead broadening. Top of the head receiving all this energy of surrender. Just starting at the very top of your head, letting it spread over the entire body, the face, cheekbones, mouth, neck, the whole torso, the hands, legs, feet. Everything in your body just able to receive this energy of surrender. And in turn, allow the held stresses and tensions to go. Just let them go. All those voices that tell you things are not as they should be. That's the voice of stress. That's how you can recognize it. Knowing it is not you, it is not originally from you. When you're ready, taking in a big full inhale in through your nose, just holding that in for a moment, feeling that fullness of the breath through your entire body. And then huge exhale out through the nose. Just let everything settle, get heavier, heavier, heavier. Resuming that normal breathing in through your nose, out through your nose. Then you may just choose to stay here, rest here as long as you want to or need to, or you're welcome to find some small movements, fingers, toes, perhaps gently stretch. Eventually bending knees, rolling to favorite side, unless of course you're just gonna relax and lay on your back for a while. That is perfectly fine and all, encouraged. The rest is encouraged. If you would like, go ahead and find a comfortable seat, eyes resting closed. Wherever you are, taking a moment here. If you're still lying down, allow that to be. If you're sitting here, both of those places, just noticing this energy in your body right now in this moment versus when we first began to practice today. Perhaps feeling the contrast and honoring your own healing journey, honoring this energy you have with you now. Bring palms together, thumbs resting right at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Taking in a big inhale. Big exhale. Jai Bhagwan. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for coming and practicing today. It was lovely to have you. I hope to see you again very, very soon.